Hello students, hope you all are fine. So as we are discussing unit 2 and this boost algorithm is one of the most important topic of unit 2. And in the last few classes we were discussing about binary adders, different type of adders. Okay. Then in the last class we also discussed the addition of binary numbers or arithmetic operation of binary numbers and what is the importance of two's complement form, how we are going to derive a two's complement form, everything we discussed in the last class. So today we'll discuss about Booth's algorithm, and in Booth's algorithm means it is basically used for the multiplication, okay, and how this multiplication is done with Booth's algorithm, and why the Booth's algorithm is important for multiplication of binary numbers. Let us see, just going through this topic, okay. So this Boost algorithm can handle both positive and negative operand multiplication. Okay, so basically we know that computer cannot perform easily the negative numbers easily with negative numbers. Uh, when we are going to multiply any negative number, then we must follow the Boost algorithm. Or the it also gives a procedure or for multiplying binary integers in signed twos complement representation in efficiently. That means suppose we have a number, negative number we have, and we are going to multiply with this negative number, then we know that to represent the negative number in binary form, then we must convert that number to a twos complement form. After that we will do the multiplication. Okay, so for any multiplication we have two operands that in this case we have an operand like m and another operand q. When the two operand is multiplied together, we will get the result in the form of r. Okay, so if we take this scenario to the computer field, then we need um, m, q, and the result, and three memory registers or any registers where we are going to implement this boolean algorithm. Okay, so let's see the flowchart of this boolean algorithm. So suppose we are taking this a is accumulator. Just wait a minute. Okay, this a is accumulator. Okay, so the accumulator must be 0 because at initial stage the accumulator is a vacant one, and we consider that the accumulator holds value 0. Okay, and we take this q of minus 1. This is one important factor. We'll take this factor. It stores in some register. Okay, and its value must be 0. Okay, so that means at initial stage we have to take two location, extra location. One is the accumulator, another is q minus 1, two extra registers where the values is 0. Okay, and then we have to take the multiplicand, that is m is multiplicand and q is the multiplier. So in both case we need the register. For m one register and for q another register we have to take it. And the count means it is not so important. We have to take the steps, how many steps we are going to perform of this boolean algorithm. Okay, so here for this case, suppose we have a multiplication like m cross q. So m is multiplicand and q is the multiplier. So we got some result. Okay, so here m must be a boolean value and q must be a boolean value. Okay, so suppose m boolean value is 1 0 1, and q is a boolean value which must be 1 1, sorry, 0 1 1. So if it is given like this, if the value is given, q value is given 1 1, then we have to do the bit equalization of this two number. Okay, so that means if we have m is 3-bit number, then we have to make q into 3-bit number. So how this is possible? Just putting a number of zeros at the MSB side. Okay, so if I put 1 0 at the MSB side, then it becomes 3-bit number, so it is same as the q value, sorry, m value. Okay, okay guys, then next question is that how many steps we are going to perform this Booth algorithm. So it completely depends on the number of uh, that number of bits of m and q. Okay, so in this case it is a 3-bit number, so we have to do three steps of Booth algorithm. Okay, so after collecting this information, okay, after collecting the information, then we need some text. Okay, so here q, suppose this q, we're taking this value, then what is the position value of this one? This position value is 0, this position value is 1. Okay, this position value is 3, or you can say sorry, 2. It is the place value. In mathematics it is called place value. Okay, so we are taking the q, that is the position value of q, and q minus 1. So what is that q minus 1? Q minus 1 we are taking as 0 initially. Initially we are taking q minus 1 as 0. Okay, so then we have to compare these two. Okay, we have to compare it, or we see that what it comes. So for in this case it is the q of 0 is 1, so 1, and that q value is 0. Okay, after taking this comparison, or by taking this combination of q0 and q minus 1, we check that what value we are getting. If the value is 1 0, if the value is 1 0, we will do this operation. Okay, what the operation is that this accumulator value should be subtract from multiplicand value. Okay, we'll do the subtraction of we'll do the subtraction operation of accumulator value and multiplicand value. Similarly, for this case, if this value, instead of coming this value, if this value is 0 1, then we'll do this operation. Okay, what that operation is? That operation is the addition of a and m. Okay, so and the next possible values can be 1 1 and 0 0. So if the value is coming 1 1 and 0 0, then there is no any, we are not going to do any arithmetic operations, we are going to simply shift the value. Okay, so we'll get 1 1 and 0 0 because we are taking these two values. Okay, q0 and q minus 1, so the possible values may be 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So when we are getting 1 1 and 0 0, then there is no arithmetic operation, we are just shift the value. Okay, shift in right direction. So here very important thing is that initially we're taking a is 0 and q minus 1 is 0. Then whether we are taking 0 only, or we have to take some number of bits. So here a contains the number of bits that is equal to m or q. Okay, if m is 3-bit number, then a contains 3 zeros. If m it is 4-bit number, then it contains 4 zeros. If m is 5-bit number, then it contains 5 zeros. But here q minus 1 is only 0 because it is a single storage elements where it stores a single bit data. Okay, a 0 only. Okay, so then after that we have to count it. Count, I'm talking about that steps, how many steps we are going to do or we are going to perform. So here the number of step is we have to count it. Okay, so when there is no more steps, then we'll end the value. Okay, got it? So in summarize, we can uh, we can summarize like this: if 0 0, or 1 1, no change. We are not going to do any arithmetic operation. We are just simply the shifting operation in the right direction. Okay, one bit right direction. And for 1 0, if the values come as 1 0, we have to do the subtraction of what? Subtraction of accumulator and multiplicand. Okay, if the value will come 0 1, then we have to do the addition. So addition means what? The addition of accumulator and multiplicand. Got it? So let's discuss about the next example. With this example, sorry to clear it. Okay, suppose I have a number 3 and 7 and 3. Here I am multiplying the 7 into 3, which is the result is 21. Okay, so here this one is the m is 7 and q is 3. We are getting the result 21. So 3 must be converted into binary number, and similarly 7 must be converted to binary number. Okay, so in case of Boo's algorithm, when you multiply m cross q, then the result is aq. Okay, just look at this result. I will explain it in this example. I will tell it. Okay, so this is the arithmetic operations. Okay, so here 7 is converted into binary number. Okay, this is the binary number, and 3 is converted to binary number. So see, one thing is that 7, the binary of 7 is 1 1 and 1, but we are getting 0 here. Okay, it is a 3-bit number. Why it should be 4-bit number? Just see in the last class. In last class, we say that at the MSB side or sign B, if there is a 0, then it is called positive number. If there is after that we have to convert it into 2's complement form, then automatically that sign bit becomes 1, and that represent the negative number. Okay, so here 7 means what? 7 is a positive number. So to represent the positive number, we have to use 0 at the MSB point or as a sign bit. Okay, so it becomes a 4-bit number. Similar way, 3 means what? When we convert into binary number, it becomes a 2-bit number, but we have to make it a 4-bit number, because 7 is a 4-bit number. The highest is highest number is 7, and when we convert that 7, it becomes a 4-bit number. So that the binary of 3 must be in 4-bit number. To make the 4-bit number, we have to add zeros at the MSB side. Okay, and after that we have compared that whether both are same bit or is there or not. Okay, so this also a positive number, so we are putting a 0 here. Okay, so this is our q value and this is our m value. So see, this accumulator contains 4 zeros because it is a 4-bit number. Okay, this is the q. Simply we write here q here, rightly simply q. Then q0 is 0 initial, at initial values q0 is 0. As I said, q of -1 is always 0. Okay, we are just assuming that value so that we cannot make it 1. Okay, so next is for the comparison. Okay, after that we have to compare these two, this value and this value. Okay, here the comparison is there. So 1 0 means the subtraction, the subtraction of a minus m. Okay, and again I would like to repeat here, for computer subtraction is not possible, so it must be a plus of minus m. Okay, so that means we have to convert this m to its equivalent 2's complement form. Okay, so let's convert it. So 0 1 1 1. First of all, we have to make it a 1's complement form, then we make it a 2's complement form by just adding 1 at the LSB. So it is a 1's complement form. We add 1 here, then it becomes 1 0, 0 and 0. Okay, so it is the negative number. This is the minus m. Okay, so what we are going to do, we have to add this minus m with a. What is the value of a? Value of a is 4 zeros, and we got this minus m is this one. When we add this value come to this value. So see here, whatever the operation will do, that means a minus m, that will move to a only. So that I have written here. After that we have to shift. After this procedure is over, then we have to shift. Shift means what? Shift the right bit. So just a minute. We are not going to include that m value here. Okay, so don't take this m value for this operation only. Okay, so here this 0 is gone, the 0 is over, and there is no storage to calculate, store to collect the value 0. This one will come to this position. Okay, then next is this bit is right shifted right to this location, and this one will come to this position, this will come to this position, this one will come to here, then 0, then 0, this one, and what about this place where this one is come? If the last value is 1, then we have to put 1 at this location. Okay, this value depends on the last value of accumulator. If the accumulator is 0, then we put 0 here. If the accumulator is 1, then we have to put the 1 value here. Okay, so this is over. The step 1 is over. Okay, then again, what the procedure? Okay. The procedure is to again check that whether the value of q0 and q of minus 1. So again check that these two value. After shift we check it, this two value, and we know that 1 1 there is no operation, only shift. This one is gone, this one is come to q minus 1 place, 0 is here, 0 is here, 1 is come to here, 0 is here, 0, 1, 1. Again the last value is 1, so we are putting 1 here. Okay, just remember, many times you are getting confusion here at this location, you are going to confusion at this step. Okay, when the step is over, okay, one step is over, or the step is over, then only we check that the q of 0 and q of minus 1 value. Okay, here I am checking that q of 1, q of 0 and q of minus 1. Okay, similarly this thing is over, the step is over. When the step is over, after the shifting operation, okay, when the shift is completed, then our step is over. Okay, so after the completion of the step, then again we are going to check it, the value, that how much time we are going to repeat this procedure. It will repeat up to 4th stage or 4 steps, because it is a 4-bit binary number. Okay, after that 4 step, we'll get this result completely. So what is the decimal of this multiplication? This 21. So here we are getting the value. Here value is this. What is the position value? 0, 1, this 2, 3, this is 4. So 4 2 to the 4 is 16. 16 plus 2 to the 2 is 4, plus something to the power 0 is 1. So which is equals to 21. So we are getting the result here. Okay, so this is the Booth algorithm. Okay, in Booth algorithm we have to first find out the value of m and find out the value of q, and after that we need 2 extra space, like accumulator value, basically it is called a, and another is q minus 1. In accumulator contains the number of bit as it contains with m and q. Okay, and q minus 1 is always a single bit number. Initially it is taken as 0. Okay, So after that, after this arrangement, we have to compare that q of 0 with q minus 1. Okay, this case I checked it, compare these two, and when it becomes 1 0, then we are going to do the subtraction operation with which values? Okay, we have to subtract a and m, and whatever the result will come, that will move to a. Okay, don't skip that. Okay, after that operation is over, that arithmetic operation is over, then we have to shift right with one bit. Okay, so in this case we are shifting the bit one bit to the right. Okay, so when we shifting at the last of this accumulator position, whatever the value will be there, that value again repeat. Okay, this case, they see, this case, this 0 is come to this position and this 0 is repeating here. Okay, after the complete of one step, or how we consider that the step is completed, first we have to do the arithmetic operation, then we have to do the shift operation. Okay, after the shifting operation, the stage is complete or step is complete. Okay, and how much step we are going to continue, that completely depends on the uh, number of bits of m or q. Okay, so here I said that in Booth's algorithm, when I multiply with m and q, I am getting the result aq. Why aq? The result is the combination of both. Okay, you don't consider this q is the result, both a and q both are result. You have to concatenate these two uh, 4-bit string into a single one, then whatever the value will come, that is the final result. Okay, so similarly, for example, say for this case, that is 7 multiplied with, okay, minus 3. We can multiply with a minus number, right? Okay, let's multiply 7 with minus 3. So how we are getting the minus 3 value? The minus 3 value only we'll get by the 2's complement method. Okay, by using 2's complement method, we'll get the minus value. Okay, so again, I would like to repeat here, you have to put a 0 to represent this number is a positive. Okay, so in this case, we have to make the 2's complement of this value. Okay, so here we have to write the 2's complement of this number. So let's see what will come. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, tell me what is the form of this number? Why I am writing 0011? Okay, simply this is the ones complement form. Okay, I put 1, so 1, 0, 0, sorry, 1, 1, 0, 1. So instead of writing 0011, I have to write this number if my q value is negative for this case. Okay, sometimes minus 7 is multiplied with 3. It is also possible. Then again, this 7, okay, there is no plus 7. Okay, there is no question about the plus 7, that is only minus 7. So minus 7 means 0, 0, 0, 1. So its value is 1, 0, 0, 1. So in that case, we never use this value. Okay, if m value is minus in the minus form, we are not going to use the plus value of m. We are always use the minus value of m. So in that case, here it will change. Okay, this will change. That is a minus minus m. That becomes a plus m. Okay, it becomes a plus m. Here it becomes a minus m. Okay, so small changes will be there. You have to aware of that, otherwise it will be wrong. Okay, so every time you try to find the decimal value of these two when you complete your steps, okay, then we check that whether that binary number is same with the decimal number as we are going to multiply with the decimal values. Okay, if it is same, then the procedure is completely correct. If that is not same, the procedure is completely wrong. Okay, so you, while you are watching this video, you have to practice it. Okay, practice with these steps. Clear? So here I'm giving few questions for your practice, so kindly do it. Okay, and you take some values, okay, some values, then you practice, okay, by yourself. And you need to practice a lot with different numbers. I'm giving a small numbers here. You can take 2-bit numbers like 17 or 28 or 73 multiply with 84, like that number. Practice needs more. Okay, so here I'm giving 7 minus 3 minus 7 3 minus 10 3 minus 1 3 8 minus 4. If the two numbers are negative, then what is the result? The result is positive. This case the result is negative, this case the result is negative. In all case the result is negative except this one, because when we multiply the negative of negative, the number is positive. Okay, so for in next class we will study about the floating point numbers, and after that floating point numbers your unit 2 is over, will be over. Okay, so whatever doubt you have, you collect your doubts, and you ask me our online classes, okay, during the online classes. So thank you so much.